Today's video is not about investing. Normally on this channel we talk about markets, politics, tech, and how all of that affects your money. Today is different. Today I just want to talk about a family, the Peterson family, and add my voice to what a lot of you are already doing quietly in the background, praying for them and wishing them strength. If you've seen Mikhaila Peterson's videos over the last months, you already know some of what they've been walking through. In her October update, she sits in front of a teleprompter and says very simply, "This summer has been exceedingly difficult." And then she explains why. Jordan Peterson spent almost a month in the ICU. He was fighting pneumonia and sepsis, on top of a long list of neurological problems that had already been haunting him for years. This summer, those symptoms suddenly became much worse. Their current working theory is something called chronic inflammatory response syndrome, possibly tied to decades of mold exposure, especially after he cleaned out his parents' basement earlier this year. But the honest truth is, right now, they still don't have a simple final explanation. Mikhaila talks about weeks where they could barely communicate with him at all. During the end of the pneumonia, he was diagnosed with critical illness polyneuropathy. They are still hoping it might turn out to be critical illness myopathy instead, which is already bad enough. On top of that, he reacts badly to many medications, which makes treatment harder and riskier. You can hear in her voice how close this felt to a near-death experience, not just "Dad is a little under the weather." And this was not the only crisis. On the same day Jordan was taken to the hospital by ambulance, Mikhaila's newborn daughter Audrey was also rushed to the hospital by ambulance within hours of each other. Earlier in the summer, Audrey had already almost died from near heart failure at just 6 weeks old. She was diagnosed with idiopathic pulmonary hypertension, and the doctors still could not find a clear cause. In the October video, Mikhaila describes a summer where every day felt like living inside a movie, with one health crisis after another for the people she loves most. She also talks about a spiritual side to what they are experiencing. From her perspective, there is a lot of spiritual pressure and attack around her family in this season. You can agree or disagree with that framing, but you cannot miss how heavy this all has been for them. That October video is not content. It is a daughter trying to read a prepared text so she can get through it without breaking down completely, asking millions of people to pray for her dad, her mom, her brother, her baby, and the medical staff around them. In December, she posted a second update. The tone is a little more hopeful, but still very honest. The good news is, he is not in the hospital anymore. He is home. Mikhaila says she sees him every day for hours, which already is a huge change from the ICU days. She mentions that they are working with great specialists and that they are giving him time to recover. She also says very clearly that he is still very unwell. They still do not fully know what is going on. Is it mainly an immune system issue, mainly neurological, or both together? They are still in that uncomfortable space of we are seeing some improvements, but we are far away from normal. At the same time, there are reasons to be thankful. Audrey is doing well right now. Her heart looks normal. What almost took her life seems, at least at this point, like a one-off event that has not repeated. Mikhaila literally says, "Praise God for that," and you can feel the relief there. She also shares how, in the middle of all this, one of the only things she has been able to keep going is Peterson Academy. They have grown it to dozens of long-form courses, built a team she is proud of, launched a mobile app, and Jordan has been able to sit and watch some of the courses. For a man who has spent his life teaching, that is probably one of the few things that still brings him real joy in this season. So, why am I talking about all of this on this channel today? Not to debate his ideas, not to turn his illness into a chart or a trade, not to speculate about the future of his brand. I am talking about it because sometimes we need to pause and remember that behind every public figure we argue about online there is a real family, a wife who misses her husband, a daughter who misses her dad, a son who misses his father, a little granddaughter who almost did not get the chance to meet her grandfather at all. Whatever you think about Jordan Peterson's work, it is very hard to watch those updates and not feel something. The exhaustion, the fear, the tiny bits of hope. The way Mikhaila keeps saying, "We need your prayers," and your messages have helped more than I can explain. So this video is simply my way of joining that. To Jordan, I am praying for you, for healing in your body, for strength, for clearer answers, and for peace in the middle of all the uncertainty. To Tammy, to Mikhaila, to Julian, and to everyone close to them, I am praying for courage, for rest, for protection, and for the kind of help that shows up exactly on the days you feel like you cannot keep going. Carrying this much, in public and in private at the same time, is incredibly hard. If you are watching this and you pray, I want to invite you to do exactly what they asked in October. Pray for Jordan, for his family, and for the people caring for him. If you are not someone who prays, you can still send them good thoughts, write a kind message, or simply hold them in mind for a moment. From what Mikhaila said, all of that really does make a difference. Today's video is not about investing, but in a way it is still about something deeply connected to value: health, family, faith, the people who have helped us think more clearly about life. Those are some of the most important assets any of us have, even if they never show up on a balance sheet. I am going to keep following the updates from the Peterson family. If there is a clear, significant change, I may talk about it again here. Until then, I just wanted to add one more voice saying, you are not alone in this, and a lot of us are wishing you strength and recovery. Thanks for watching. Take care of your own health, check in on the people you love, and I will see you in the next one.